a beginner's guide to manifestation. Welcome to the Mystery Teachings with Katerina Satori. In this video, I'm going to answer the number one question that I often get. How can I manifest better? How can I manifest things that I really desire? How can I manifest things that bring me joy? So let's talk about the art and science of manifestation. Yes, it is a metaphysical science. Metaphysical means beyond physical, beyond ordinary state of consciousness. We can access a much greater reality. We can access a much greater being that we're connected to. Some people call it our soul or our higher self, right? Our superconscious mind. It just depends on which definition that feels more aligned with you. We all can just meet at this point that we can interact with the world and with the reality around us in two ways. We can interact with it as a mechanical world that only corresponds to Newtonian physical laws, or we can also open ourselves up to possibility that there is a magical world. And I believe in the world of magic. I live in the world of mystery and soul experience, and this is the world that I love sharing with others. So when you begin to interact with your reality as a reality that has intelligence, that a reality that has wisdom, and the reality that desires to communicate with you, right? I often call it the quantum field that is alive, that is filled with information, light, and source energy. So let's begin from the beginning. This is how everything shifted for me when I began to pay attention to the power of every intention, that I would slow myself down and I would start my day with intention, and then I would move through my day very, very intentionally. And then I found out that one of the mystical teachers who wrote a lot about the art of manifestation, he would say, every intentional act is a magical act. Every intentional act is a magical act, meaning we ignite the laws of magical universe when we approach it with intention. And intention is where you give a direct focus of your energy, right? It's not spread out. It's not, you are choosing to be present to the magic of this moment. So the very first step in expanding your manifestation skills is learning to be intentional in your life. And it begins, I often describe how I start my mornings are very intentional, right? So I bring an intention to the vibration that I desire to move through my day with, right? It could be a vibration of delight, vibration of joy, just how you pick an outfit to start your day, right? You can choose a vibration, you can choose a specific frequency that you can tune into, just as an experiment, and see how it begins to change how your day goes, because your reality is a mirror of your dominant vibration. So we start there, intentionally choosing the frequency to attune yourself into. Could be just as simple as you wake up in the morning, you attune yourself to, hey, what I can be really grateful for today, right? Always start with the gratitude, and then the next step is, hey, well, if I can remember, I can choose the vibration, what the dominant vibration I would like to operate today. And it could be, you know what, I want to have more play, I want to have more ease, I want to have more joy, right? And this is the very first step. And then the next step is to become intentional. If you're around me, like I have clients who fly in to spend some time with me during immersion work. I teach seminars, I teach workshops, right? I lead online classes on the video. And if you ever around me, you will quickly notice there is a lot of intention settings. So before I teach a course or before I teach a class, I say, hey, let's attune let's set an intention. What are we desiring to receive? And it's such a part of my experience because I've done it for years, but I love sharing it with others because it doesn't take much time. It takes a few seconds of your presence, but it definitely affects of how you interact with your reality and how you navigate it. So how do you manifest? You may ask. Well, you start with becoming intentional, becoming intentional about the energy that you bring anywhere you go, becoming intentionally what you attune to with your mind, right? Becoming intentional about the words you speak. So I just wanted to offer you this whole idea of intentionality. So when you get in your car, or if you get on the public transport, if you don't have a car, right? Or if you decide to go on the walk, take 3 seconds and set an intention of how you desire that experience to go. For example, it could be just as simple as, hey, when I drive, I'd like to be protected. My intention is to arrive to my destination safely. Or my intention is to enjoy this walk, and maybe something wonderful will happen on this walk. But you start very simply, right? You start very, very simply, and then you build up your ability to stay present and to become intentional in everything you do. This is the beginning of this incredible journey that I call self-mastery, where if you study any ancient wisdom traditions or such incredible things as mystery schools, right, where people who were called adepts and initiates, they would study universal laws, they would study the science of the soul, they would study how to truly become an architect of your reality while being in a physical human form. So you will quickly realize the number one thing that they would train really intentionally and really with a lot of discipline was the study of self-mastery. How do you master your mind first? And you master your mind by mastering your focus, right? It is not an easy task. It's one thing to listen about intentions and say, yeah, it's a wonderful new age concept. But it's another thing to take it as a daily practice, that you move through your day with intentionality. You move through your day with presence. You move through your day with clear seeing, right? Before we can start decoding our reality by learning to see how your quantum field around you communicates to you through signs, through animals, through birds, through elements, through other people. That's like a next level of decoding your magical reality. But we begin with mastering our focus. There is a saying that, there is a reason why we have this expression, that it's called pay attention. We truly pay with our attention. Right now, you're investing your attention in watching this video, in learning together with me, and remembering how you can become more intentionally, or feeling encouraged to become more intentional if you already use these practices, right? But remember, we pay with our attention. If our attention is divided, if we don't know how to focus, our manifestation will be random, chaotic, and probably not satisfactory. But the moment we become more and more focused and attuned on what is truly our deepest soul longing, our deepest desire. But before we can get to that, we got to become very consistent with our intentions, right? The way we move through our reality. Is it intentional? Does it has thought behind it? So mastery of the focus is the number one step before we can enter this curriculum that it's called Master of Your Mind. And then we'll teach our mind to be in service of the heart, because the heart has always been the guiding compass in our life. The mind is always meant to serve the heart. So this is another conversation that I can share with you on the video. But the very first one is practical. If you can say, Katerina, I've been talking about this for the last 7 minutes. How can I make it practical, woman? Okay, here it goes. You start your day and you choose how do you desire this day to unfold. I remember for years I would wake up and I would say something wonderful is going to happen today. And for some people, it can sound very naive and childlike, but remember one of the great teachers said, kingdoms of heaven cannot be accessed unless you become childlike. And the kingdom of heaven is a state of consciousness that you can discover within your heart, right? And yes, absolutely, we get to learn how to be childlike, how to see the magic in the ordinary, how to navigate this beautiful divine world through seeing it through the magical eyes of the magical soul that you have and I have, right? So the very first one is like this positive opening to receiving gifts from the universe, receiving surprises, receiving wonderful synchronicities, right? So we gotta choose that as a part of our experience. If we don't choose that, it's probably not gonna come our way. So really learning to engage with reality through intention, not just chaotic random experiences, but through intention. And so ultimately we remember that the universe can be our beloved friend. The universe can be our beloved, right? I often say the universe is my great tantric cosmic lover, and I am in adventure with this quantum reality, with life itself. So I have no fear of the unknown or the fear of the future, because all of those fears are just reflections of a frightened mind. And when you take the time on this journey of self-mastery to really understand your mind, to understand its purpose, and you begin to connect with your heart, and you begin to allow your heart to guide you, right? You begin to see the world differently. But it all begins with intentions. All of that to say, give it a go. Experiment with setting intentions every single day and learning to see that as a number one step to learning how to manifest your reality. All right, this was the beginning video of how to manifest with more precision, and it all starts with intention, becoming very, very clear. How do you want your day to go? What do you desire to experience, right? And you set those intentions with the lightness of spirit. It's not like you're giving orders to the universe. Let's remember to stay humble and to remember our place in this great, great divine unfolding, right? Intentions, it's a very gentle way to attune your consciousness to a preferred reality, right? To the preferred experience. And you begin to interact with the world around you from that devotional, open, childlike space. On this note, I plan to record more videos about manifestation, but this is the first one. Let me know in the comments what resonated with you, if you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like me to do more videos of that nature, I am here for that. Until then, stay intentional, stay connected to the magic that is already within you, and allow that magic to radiate more and more from your beautiful heart.